Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Denise, aka MissNiseReads. Can we talk about the hair? A new change for 2026, that is for sure. Today's video is going to be a beginning of the year book tag. The person who started this was LarryReads, so I will very much link her video in the description if you want to check out her answers and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. First question is, how many books are you planning on reading in 2026? As many as I can. I purposely don't set a goal for the books that I want to read for each year because knowing how life gets, something can come in the way of that. And for me to not feel discouraged by not making it to a certain amount of books read, I just don't put any for that reason. It makes my life a lot better, and honestly, for me, it's been the best operating way for me to like get through books as I can. So that's why I don't put, oh, I'm gonna read like 10 books, 20, 30, 40, etc. Just for my sanity. As long as I'm reading, that's what counts. As long as I'm understanding the material and like what's going on in the story or what the author is trying to say, that's what counts more than anything as well. So I don't have a specific number or like goal. The second question is a book you're likely to reread this year. I don't reread books for the most part, but the two that I want to reread are Scylla by Toni Morrison and The House on Maple Street by Sandra Cisneros. I've had to read those books for a class during undergrad, and those two books were kind of the reason why I kind of started to pick back up on reading at that time, and being so immersed into the stories, I want to see if that gives me the same feeling. It probably will, but I want to read it on like not having to read it for class type of thing, and more of just leisurely reading it again to see if I feel the exact same way. So those two would be the books I'm planning on rereading. The third question is a priority read on your 2026 TBR, and that book is 1201 by Bella J. I was supposed to get to it last year, however, life. So therefore I was not able to get to it. My goal is getting to it this year because I've heard so many amazing things about that book. So that's my goal. I'm planning on reading it pretty soon anyway, so I'm very excited to get into the story. And also to, read a new author's work for me that I have not read. Question 4 is an author you won't be reading more books from this year. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I have anyone in particular, honestly. Because despite 2025 being a rough year for reading, I haven't had like a book that would make me be like, I don't like this author's writing, I don't want to read more of their books. So far, none. Question 5, something new you want to read. It's Immaculate Conception by Lin Huang. I've been wanting to read this author's work for a while because it sounds like their work sounds very intriguing to me. Also, their covers for their books, spectacular. So I'm very excited to get to Immaculate Conception soon. I really hope it's good. Number 6, a popular book you want to read. Beloved by Toni Morrison. I need to read more of her backlist. That is the goal. I was also supposed to read this one for a class. I was in a really weird point with everything with reading. Didn't really get the chance to really full on read it like I was supposed to, but I'm planning on getting to it this year. I really want to get into her backlist for sure because I do have several of her books. I do have Jazz, which I did not know this until very recently. It's a trilogy. I did not know that. So I have the first two books for that trilogy, which is Beloved and Jazz, and then I have The Blue Side. So therefore, I need to get to those as well. So very excited to read Beloved. Number 7 is the most anticipated 2026 book release. There are a lot, and for this tag in particular, I don't want to use the same books over and over again. So therefore, I'm saying The Art of Loving You by Natasha Bishop. I ate up only for the week. I had an amazing time with that book, and I'm very excited for this new release to come out. The cover is also gorgeous. So And then that's why I also learned I really like her writing as well. So very, very, very excited for this release for her. And also congratulations, because she's been excelling a lot. So well deserved. Question 8, a bookish goal for 2026. To be honest with you, I just want to read. That is it. I just want to read. I just want to have a fun time, but also slow down, because yes, I also want to create book content for you guys, but I want to make sure that I'm processing the story, enjoy my time reading my story, and not like rapidly trying to read stuff to be like, oh, I read this many books. Slow your horses. So I think I want to like reel it back a little bit, but also just enjoy reading the books that, you know, I have, and like the stories that I want to read. Because I realized this towards the end of last year, that I really want to take my time to get through these books and just, you know, be immersed in the story at a little bit of a slower rate. So that is what I want to try to do for this year in terms of like a bookish goal. Question 9, a book that's been on your TBR you probably won't ever read. This is going to be very random. Miss Kane's Christmas by Caroline Mickelson. I got it a long time ago because it was free. That was it. That was all. At that time, I'm like, free book? Bet. Obviously, I don't do that anymore. But that is a book that I'm pretty sure I will never read. Yeah. We love when reading tastes evolve. 10. A series you want to read this year. It's the New Haven series by J.L. Seegers. Also, big congratulations to her on getting that series, you know, republished and everything like that. I am super excited to get to her work. It has been a long time coming because I've been wanting to read her stories. I just haven't had time, and since it's getting, you know, republished again from indie to traditional, I am going to get it. Those covers are stunning. I'm so excited to get to the series because I've also heard a lot of good things about it, so very excited for that. Question 11, your auto by authors going into 2026. I have quite a bit, actually. Candy Ryan, are we surprised? No. Jasmine Guillory, I really like a lot of the stories that I've read from her. Christina Forrest, because I need to catch up with the Love Lyric, because that's the last installment to the Green Sisters trilogy, and Heartsick. So very excited to read those two. Olu Babalola, I loved Honey and Spice so much. I recently just got Sweet Heat, because they didn't have it at my Barnes & Noble for the longest until last month. So the second I saw it, I copped it, and I am reading it this year. There's no if, ands, or buts. I'm reading it this year. Anise Starr, I'm also really love her writing too. Other honorable mentions, I will say Alice Oseman. The last and final volume for Heartstopper comes out this year, and I've been holding off on it because I only read volume 1, but I've been holding off on it because I want to wait until all the volumes are out so I can kind of go one by one reading it. But also I want to read more of their backlist, so I want to get to Solitaire. That's the story I really want to get to. So that is to name a few. I'm really hoping that I find more auto-buy authors this year. Crossing my fingers. I also forgot to mention my friends Nicole Harmon and Carolina Guzman. I will showcase their books right here. Please go buy their books. They're fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. 12. A book to show adaptation you're excited about this year. I don't watch TV. None. Just because sometimes a lot of book adaptation, like to shows, are very much a hit or miss. That is your answer. 13. A sequel you're anticipating. And I finally can use this. Score by Kennedy Ryan. When I tell you, I loved Real so much. I'm like, I need Verity and Monk to have a book expeditiously, and we're gaining a May. When I tell you, throughout Reels as well, I was like, I really hope Verity and Monk get a book, because I can see there is also a tension between them two. I am so excited for Score. I think I'm going to pre-order it because I need it very, 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 very soon, aka May. So that's what I'm extremely excited for. 14. Bookish things you're leaving in 2026. I never did this, and this is something you will never see me do on this channel, and that is 24-hour reading challenges. No. For me, realistically, I can't be doing that for my health. No, thank you. And I know people have done it in ways which is a lot better. More power. More power to you. I love that. It's just not for me. It will never be for me. So you will never see me do those type of challenges with 24-hour reading type of things. So 15 is what to expect from this account, aka this YouTube channel. I'm trying to switch things up this year, slowly but surely, but there's still things that I'm trying to improve on. You'll see more reading vlogs, hopefully, when my reading picks up the pace and gets back to where it needs to be again. You're gonna see a little bit more book reviews on here too, so it won't just be on my blog or my Instagram. So you'll get to see book reviews all over the social medias, my blog, Instagram, and also on here. I also want to do some vlogs, but I want it to be mainly pertaining to like bookish things here and there. But like I said, there's still stuff I need to learn in the process and improve. So it's gonna be a little bit, but I hope you're with me on this new little journey in terms of like, you know, improving this channel and just improving in every aspect, even when it comes to reading. 16. How has your reading taste evolved from last year? Honestly, I think because of the fact that last year was a little bit rough, I was more into the light-hearted type of stories, and despite the the light-hearted stories, I still want it reflective in one way or another. So the reflective aspect hasn't changed per se. It was just a lot of lighthearted, but also very emotional reads, personally. But I also want to try to do better. I want to read more fantasy. I want to read more nonfiction. I want to read more thrillers. I want to read a lot more different things. And I've been slowly but surely curating that list in terms of that, of like of the stuff that I want to read, and especially the newer stuff too. So last year it was very much a lot of romance, especially a lot of romance, a lot of manga, which is also very weird. I didn't mention this, but like whenever I read my manga, I could for the most part read a lot of like different subgenres within manga, but I don't do it enough for like fiction in general. That needs to change. I also need to read more literary fiction. That was another thing, because that was very much lacking this year. So I just want to switch things up in terms of that. And also as well, I didn't do a lot of Kindle reads last year, which wasn't a surprise to anyone. I want to get back more into that, getting through my Kindle books expeditiously, because on that app I have so much. So I want to condense that. Number 17, book creators who inspire you. I was trying to compile this list last night too, but I think I'm gonna just name a few on the top of my head. Eden Jonas, aka Eden's Archives on Instagram. I love her content. I also like her book recommendations. The other people that I'm also gonna list, very much same sentiments. Ebony, aka Residential Reader, superb. I like her recommendations a lot. I like her videos. She is so funny. I like her content a lot. Please, 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 please follow her on social media. Chef's kiss. Shaughnessy Shorter. I inspire in a way for how she, reads a lot of indie books that don't get the shine that, they deserve. Because of watching her videos, it's also made me not even more aware, just a reminder to read indie authors as well, because they need that love so much. Just getting their book out there, let alone getting the book out there, is already frightening enough for the world to read and for the world to critique and everything like that. But I just like that how she shines them as well, and just other different books that I never knew about, and I would go and look it up. I'm like, you know what? This sounds interesting. I'm gonna put it in my little TBR list type of thing. So that's another one. But I'm also gonna name a few others from my desktop right now. Clelia D. We have Capri's Book Island. Check out her content. So good. Reads with Rachel. I really like her content, and I just love her calling out the stupidity when it comes to book manning. So very much also check her out. I also watch Sunny Kim. I also watch Book Chats with Shelly, Sarah Danielle, Jess Owens, a classic, Historian Over, Throne of Pages. Very much like her manga picks as well. That is to name a few of those that I, get inspired from in terms of bookish creators. Last question 18. Something you want to say to anyone wanting to start a bookish account. Just do it. Just put it out there. It does not matter about the type of camera you use. Yeah, quality matters, but basically put your heart into it. Despite you will see people have high budget stuff. Don't break your bank. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Put your mind, put your heart into it. Pour out your love for books. I love seeing different creators, so just do it. And with that is the end of the beginning of the year book tag. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up and comment down below what books you're excited for to read in 2026. I would like to know. Comment them down below. Make sure you follow my social media. All of that will be in the description below. And until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!